Hey, what's up soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to another video. Today I have a critical review of the Shadowed Throne, which was released 6 days ago on last Tuesday. We are going to have 5 categories for this review: the map, atmosphere and setting, wonder weapons and weapon selection, Easter egg and side Easter eggs, storyline implications and the future, as well as map replayability. So without further ado, let's jump right into the review. So as far as the map atmosphere goes, this map takes place during the Berlin War of World War II. The map has been destroyed by the invasion and bombings from the Russian army into the heart of Germany. You can hear the screams of people around while playing the map, as well as while you enter into certain areas, zombies attack civilians and kill them before you can help. On the map, it includes the Cabaret Theater, the museum, which includes a display of various zombies and body parts, and also the church, Main Street apartments, and the underbelly, and eventually the Zeppelin. The perks are not straight up and mostly tipped over, which is something different for zombies. They look as if they were dropped from the sky, and even 2 of the electrical traps are broken perk machines, which I thought was really cool, and another is a plain propeller, which is not super original but still a cool trap for the map. The power is already on when loading into the map, and the map feels like you're really there. And Sledgehammer really hit the ball out of the park on this map. It looks great, feels great, and overall I would give the map design and flow a 10 out of 10. Now let's talk about the wonder weapons and just overall weapons in general. The new wonder weapon on the map is called the Wonderbus. It is super unique and something brand new for zombies. You can shoot Geistcraft energy out of it using the right trigger, and then use the left trigger to obtain more Geistcraft from zombies by shooting Geist bolts, which you have an endless supply of. Essentially, you can have unlimited ammo with the Wonderbus, which makes it a very unique wonder weapon. So far, there has been no upgrade found for the weapon, and I highly doubt there is one. One very awesome thing about this map is the large selection of melee weapons. In the previous maps of World War II zombies, we have really only had the shovel and the ripsaw. In this map, it includes those 2 weapons, also with a spiked bat with nails sticking through, a pickaxe, a bowie knife type weapon called the trench knife, which is available in the Cabaret. You can also obtain more weapons during the Easter egg, like a golden bat with spikes, the dead dancer's dagger, which is personally my favorite because if you have full health, you can fill up your shields while using the heavy melee attack, which is super awesome. And also during the Easter egg, you can get the Nazi axe, which is fairly strong. Eventually, you can also obtain the 3rd and final part of Barbarossa's sword, which is the blade. This thing can propel zombies back and also wreck a horde rather than just one zombie like the other weapons. It is a great option for the higher rounds. When I'm doing the Easter egg, I still like to run the Pack-Punch SVT-40 and the M1 Garand for personal preference, but pretty much any weapon can serve you well in the boss fight. The FG-42 bar and the M1941, in my opinion, are still the strongest, most effective weapons off the wall, and also the MP40 is a good option on Main Street for a lot of extra points. With the great selection of weapons, I would give the Shadowed Throne a 9 out of 10 for weapon selection. I don't even know where to start with this Easter egg. I thought the Final Reich Hardcore Easter egg was great, and even the Darkest Shore was great, minus the fog. But the Shadowed Throne's Easter egg was at a whole new level. This thing brought together the culmination of a fairly large amount of small tasks and challenges, and forced co-op players to work as a team to complete objectives. Killing certain amount of zombies at 4 locations where a small freaky clown is located to find the save combination, helping the smuggler by giving him a weapon to kill zombies and money to buy a door to get back into the apartments, as well as balancing a Sizzler zombie head, and that was only to get inside the area where Barbarossa was. Using the radio along the way and getting various frequencies to talk to Russians, the smuggler, and even obtain Morse code to get the golden bowl from looking at the map in the church. The most enjoyable puzzle for me was figuring out the statue step where Barbarossa is. You need them all to face forward, and with each statue facing a different way, it seemed to be a pretty fun challenge. Then going into the Zeppelin and fighting the new boss zombie, the Stadhager, or Stadjagger, or I honestly still don't know how to say it, I'm going to be honest with you guys, which is a fairly intense boss. I love the fact that you go up into the Zeppelin for a boss fight and see Dr. Schraub. It's a fantastic overall Easter egg, and if I'm honest, it's one of my favorite Easter eggs in a very, very long time, probably since Garage Crovy. Overall, all World War II maps are designed to be very hard for solo players, which is most likely the only reason I will not attempt this solo. I don't have the patience to run a zombie around and hurry and set frequencies and open the safe and a few other things, so for me, that is really the only major drawback. Now, side Easter eggs. In previous maps, there really hasn't been much, but the Shadowed Throne really pulled through. The hat Easter egg, which allows you to get all 5 power-ups on the map, is great. The classic PPSH Easter egg with the cool mirrors with lights around them in the cabaret, and last but certainly not least, the Hangman Easter egg, which can give you all the power-ups on the map, but also the Jack-in-the-Boxes and even the 2 previous map wonder weapons, the Ripsaw and the base Tesla gun. Fantastic Easter eggs and enjoyable all the way through. I would have to give this map's Easter egg selection a 10 out of 10. It was excellent, and I can only hope DLC 3 and 4 live up to the high bar set by the Shadowed Throne. One thing I will say that they could do, maybe make the Easter egg even longer so that it takes a little bit longer to solve overall. Spoiler alert, if you don't want any storyline stuff ruined, skip ahead to the time on screen. If you don't care or already know what happens, that's cool too. The map really doesn't have too much storyline other than the war-torn city of Berlin. We collect the blade of Barbarossa's sword to add together with the hilt and pommel so we can finally craft the final sword, or Barbarossa's sword, but unfortunately we can't do it on this map. Also, Dr. Schraub is killed off completely, as described by Cameron Dayton, into handfuls of flesh from the zombies. This is kind of a shocker for me and the rest of the community that doesn't stick to the normal story we're used to seeing in zombies, which is usually just a linear fetch quest like collecting all the souls of the characters for Black Ops 3 or collecting the pieces of the summoning key, etc. The final Easter egg ending cutscene ends up having Rideau pick us up in his Jeep and we drive off. I have no idea at all whatsoever where this story can go in the future, and I am very excited to see where it goes. The map lacked a lot of potential storyline info, more about the characters and Dr. Schraub, so for that fact, I would have to give the story of the map and the overall storyline for this map the lowest grade in the review, a 6 out of 10. So as far as replayability goes, it is still really early to tell for this map. I've been playing it non-stop since release, which is already longer than I played the Darkest Shore. After completing the Easter egg and doing all the side Easter eggs as well as going for a few high round attempts, I don't really know how much longer I can go on playing and enjoying myself. Sometimes maps need to only be played every once in a while so it doesn't get stale. So far, some of the community are enjoying the character challenges, which isn't really my thing, but contracts are coming out tomorrow, which should add a good reward for playing the game, which I am very excited for. I would give the replayability so far a 7 out of 10. That might go higher, that might go lower. It all depends on how these next couple months go. So in conclusion, this is the end of my review for the final score. Taking into consideration all of these things, I give this map a 9 out of 10, which is the highest rating I have given since Garage Crovey for any zombies map. So definitely a really high score. Amazing Easter egg, great overall map. A huge round of applause for Sledgehammer Games killing it into the war-torn wasteland of YouTube filled with Fortnite. Great job to the team, Cameron Dayton, for having a great vision for the zombies community. I'm really looking forward to the next map and the things to come this year. Anyway, that is enough for me, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Just in case you guys were wondering, I did script this entire video just because I really wanted to collect my thoughts and actually think about each and every, different thing and opinion that I talked about in this video. So I hope you guys did enjoy the review. If you want to check out the Darkest Shore or the Final Reich reviews, I will link them down below. But overall, for me, this map is fantastic. I'm having so much fun with it, playing it every day. I've done the Easter egg at least 15 times now, and that is like not an over exaggeration. I've literally done it probably more than that, to be honest, and just overall having a great time doing all the side Easter eggs. Even playing with randoms has been fairly fun, surprisingly, in public matches. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and I'll see you guys in the next video.